Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest edition of What You've Been Missing. Straight out of Washington, D.C. It's your main man, Oddisee, 1/3 of the Diamond District, chilling with my homie, Kinetik, and you were checking out the Hip Hop Chronicle UK. Peace.
Greetings and salutations, this is Kinetik. You might have seen me on YouTube a couple of times before doing some other things, but I am here taking over the Hip Hop Chronicle. I have sent Sumit to Tesco to buy me some cheesecake, so he ain't here right now, but I am here in the presence of one of the, in my opinion, one of the most talented, prolific and gifted producers, rappers, artists, instrumentalists, whatever you want to say. I'm here fresh out of Washington. Is Washington DC?
He's talking about me. Yeah.
Oddisee.
What's
I'm
up?
here with Oddisee.
What's up, man? What up? What up?
How you doing? How you doing, man?
To the camera. You right here.
So Oddisee,
what's good?
You are back in London again.
I am.
Why are you always here?
Love it here. It's like my second home.
Really?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time here.
You must like the fish and chips.
Among other things.
So like, why on earth would you leave the country where hip hop was created and come to this godforsaken, cold, damp country? Like, I don't understand it because I want to go.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, I'm from DC,
okay.
So I'm not from New York where hip hop was created. So I never carry that mentality like I'm from the birthplace of rap. In fact, you know, hip hop was brought to my city the same way it was brought here. And I spend a lot of time touring. So when I'm doing a lot of my European shows and my Asian dates, I like to use here as a base to fly back and forth in between versus going back home to the States where I have to fly all the way back from the States and it becomes more expensive. So when I do all my European shows, I use London as my base. And I just like to work here as well. And then when I'm home, go back to New York, I do all my US shows.
Okay.
Also just for the inspiration. I mean, as the type of artist I am, I get to produce anywhere I make beats on my laptop. So I like to stay in Toronto for a couple weeks, go back to Sudan for a bit, make music on the road, stay here for a while, make music, work on albums, go back home. Like, I don't really have to be anywhere to work, so why stay in one place? You know?
I hear that. You talk about traveling, you're traveling a lot, and I know you did the Traveling Man album.
Yeah.
So kind of, well, I know you had a whole list. You had Brixton on there, you had DC. Like, are there any places you want to go that you've not yet gone to?
Yeah, I haven't really done South America as much as I wanted to. I haven't done West Africa as much as I wanted to. I haven't done a good portion of like the Far East.
Okay.
Definitely I want to go to India as well. I haven't been to India yet.
Okay. Well, for the benefit of those, if you're an Indian promoter, we need to get Oddisee to India. Sumit's not here right now. He's buying me cheesecake, but he's got the Indian hookup. We're gonna talk to him after and get Oddisee some shows out here and break me off some change because I need it.
Hey,
I need the change.
Got you.
All right,
15 to 20%.
50. I'm talking 25.
That's not the standard, bro.
No, but I mean, you know, I'm the professional. Like,
yeah, no,
20, you know, 25% at least, my man.
I understand.
And one of my favorite song that you ever did was Gentrification.
Oh, my man.
Because that's something that really hits home to me because I grew up in a place called Kensal Rise.
Okay.
So when I was coming up in Kensal Rise, you know, you had a lot of black folks, you had a lot of Asian folks. Now Kensal Rise has become very gentrified. I see Starbucks popping up. Right. Certain types of people coming in. Now you got the doctors and the lawyers. Like the other day, I went into the bar and I walked in there, people looking at me like I just got here. Yeah. Not knowing I've been there for 25 plus years.
Right.
So kind of just break down for the listeners, you know, gentrification, what it is first of all to you in your own
Sure.
words.
Gentrification to me, it isn't really necessarily about a race. It's about class. It's about classism, not racism. It's when, you know, lower income neighborhoods become attractive to people who make more money and they move in and redevelop, for better or for worse. A lot of the times it's the authenticity of those neighborhoods that attract people and the historic, you know, meaning of that particular part of town. Mm-hmm. But for the same reasons that they're attracted to that area, they then change and then make it generic, just like the other places that they grew sick and tired of. And that's one of the sadder parts for me about gentrification is exactly what you said, is about suddenly you come in and you're the stranger. I have no problem with people who move into a neighborhood and better a neighborhood. You know, let's be honest, a lot of neighborhoods where people come from, where we come from, are in bad condition until someone comes in. And it's unfortunate that we weren't the ones to invest in our own communities, someone else had to, but there isn't a hand extended. Case in point, a friend of mine, she's white and she moved to DC, and she was saying to her boyfriend at a dinner party, we was hanging out, and they lived in Northeast, in the part of town where I live. She was saying, you know, the people were really, really unfriendly, and she smiles and no one really says anything back to her. And I told her, well, I gotta be honest with you, black people always talk about how when you walk past a white person, they don't say hi, they just smile, and we think that that's kind of rude. What you should do the next time is to say hello. When you get on the bus, say hi. She's like, really? It's like, yeah, just say hi. So she started walking down the street saying hi to her neighbors and saying hi to people on the bus. She hit me, it was like, Amir, it's great, everyone talks to me now, they look out after me, they ask me what I'm up to, if I need help with my bags. It's like, yeah, just say hi.
So he's not just a producer, he's a social worker, and he gives personal social advice. So hit up Oddisee, you need the extra shit.
It's just that interaction, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that interaction that needs to happen. Embrace the neighborhood, not just the actual space that you move into, but the people and the history that comes with it. Embrace it.
The new solo record coming, people hear what they see. You've been working on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing that. I remember you was rapping. It was in Pete Rosenberg's house. Is that song on the album, by the way? Cool. Yep. Cool. You've been working on that for a minute. Why so long? 3 years?
4, probably.
4 years. What took so long, man?
I never consciously worked on it.
Okay.
I just kept making tracks over the years, producing for other people, working on other records, and every once in a while I hear a track and be like, that sounds like it go for my album, and I just sit it in a folder.
Okay.
And then one day recently I looked at the folder and said, oh shit, I got an album worth of song. All right, it's time to wrap the record up.
Okay.
So I never consciously worked on the record, you know what I mean?
So it was more like an ongoing project. Whatever you make, you put it in a folder. If it fits, then you put it together.
And I wanted to make sure the album stand the test of time, so I knew if I started and took my time, most of the beats are there 4 years old.
Okay.
So
if the beats are 4 years old, are we going to be getting more of a foot in the door music lounge type Oddisee?
Nope.
Or no? Okay. So is it more going to be more Diamond District in the rough, or are we going to have to wait?
You know what? The album is the sum of all the different styles that I produce.
Wow. Okay.
You're going to get all of it. It's the sum of it all.
Okay.
It's Diamond District's featured on the record. Anything that you could look back at my catalog and say that's got that Oddisee sound, it's all represented on one record.
Cool. Lastly, Oddisee, I know I've been reading your Twitter, and I know you like coffee.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at me, you like food as well. You know, you like to eat and stuff. You don't look like it. I ain't miss no meals. If you see me, I like to eat. So, Oddisee, tell me now. You've been to London a few times. You've been here so long. If someone was like, let's say Ken Starr was like, yo, coming to London, I'm hungry. Where would you send Ken Starr?
Oh.
He's hungry now, Oddisee. He's hungry. He needs some food. Where would you send him?
You know where we would go, just to set it off completely? We would go to Borough Market on Thursday or Friday. And then I would just be done right there.
You know that's just down the road, right?
Of course. What's today though, see?
So that's Tuesday.
Nah, yeah, it's not popping right now.
What did they do on Thursdays?
Thursdays is when all of the different food carts are out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And you see, I don't get to go down there because I'm buying all your records, you see, so I don't have money to travel. So I don't know. I don't know. I live on sandwiches and soup. So
what sandwiches? Marks and Spencer sandwiches though?
Ketchup sandwiches, man.
Damn, man.
It's real.
You can't afford a Marks and Spencer sandwiches. $1.99.
No, sometimes I have sandwiches with just bread. That's it. Bread and nothing in between. It's just air. Air sandwiches.
No pickle.
No, none of that. I'm buying all your records, man.
I'm gonna give you a hookup, man. I'm gonna hook you up with the next record. So you take that money and buy some sandwiches.
I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. Okay, I know you're a coffee man as well.
Yeah.
Let's say, I don't know, Kev Brown. He's with you in London. He's up late. He says, "Oh, I need some coffee. Please go and get me some coffee." Where would you go?
It's just a tough question because London doesn't do late night coffee.
This is true.
You know.
But like, what if?
It's a tough question.
What if let's say you go to the supermarket though?
Oh, supermarket. If I'm going to the supermarket, then I'm gonna just stick with the classics. I'm gonna get him some Illy.
Some who?
Illy.
Yes, I know that
that's
one.
it.
I don't drink that though.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with the classic and Sumas. But if it's during the daytime, we could go to Gwillem on down in Shoreditch. You know, he always wins the UK Barista Awards, which Coffee Week is like on the 27th. You should go to that, London Coffee Week.
I'm trying to cut down on my coffee, you know. No, I'm trying to, because I be drinking like 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day.
See, that's the problem.
And it's just, I'm immune to it.
I have one every other day.
One every other day?
Yeah, none on weekends.
So how you love coffee so much, but you keep it so like, you so disciplined? Like,
it's like wine.
You can't have coffee.
It's the taste, it's the bean. I don't know sugar in my coffee. It's all about the blend. Yeah, no sugar.
You put milk in it?
Yeah, depending on what day, during what time of day.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I like your music, but I don't think I'll be drinking coffee at your house, yo. I'm being honest with you. The man don't put sugar in his coffee.
You can have sugar in your coffee.
Yeah, well, you might not have. Do you have sugar at the house though?
You know, by the time most people finish their coffee, I ask them like, "Would you like some coffee with your milk and sugar?" You know what I mean?
When I go to Oddisee's house, I'm coming with sugar in my back pocket.
You might want to. You might want to.